Well, all right, so I just want to talk about Sarah Huckabee Sanders being denied service at a restaurant here. I mean, it's funny that the liberal media and just people in general really don't seem to be that upset by it. They just seem to be reporting it like, oh, look at this, Sarah Huckabee Sanders denied service. You know, they're not really upset about it, but they were upset when the gay, you know, it was an uproar when the gay cake maker, you know, the cake maker denied the gay people service. So it just shows you, once again, how I've pointed out on my channel numerous times, a double standard. I, on the other hand, do not have a double standard. You know, I have said repeatedly that it's stupid to deny, it's stupid to really judge people on their political beliefs. I mean, somebody could disagree with me politically, but still be a morally ethical, good person. But we've gotten to a point where if somebody disagrees with me politically, they're the devil. They're just terrible people. They don't have any morals. They want children to die. They hate everybody. They're racist. They're sexist. And that's what we've been hearing. We see media people going on television and saying Trump is doing Nazi-style tactics. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. Coming from a legal perspective, I'll make this really short. I'm a libertarian. I think people should be able to deny people service for whatever reason they want to. So I think that this business owner should have a right to do this. So I'm not arguing that, but I will argue that she's a dumbass, that she's a bigot, and this is how the private sector works. But when somebody does a disgusting act like this, deny somebody's service for their political beliefs, then the free market responds. So then she's basically just alienated half of her audience. Half of her customers are now alienated and might not go there because, you know, this business owner has shown her true colors. And again, it's just ridiculous that we're really at this moment as a society where people are being denied service for their political beliefs. I mean, how is this really any different than the 1960s? I'm not saying it's at that level, but this is the same shit that happened at the 1960s where black people would be denied service at certain establishments because of their skin color. This is the same thing. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is not a sexist, she's not a racist, she's not a Nazi, and neither are most Democrats. Same thing with most most Republicans, most Democrats truly believe in their beliefs, and they don't believe in them because they have a hidden agenda of like hating people or something like that. Like, how the hell has Trump gotten into office if he's this terrible person? So now we're assuming that half the country is also sexist and racist and bigots. And it's funny that the media is only bringing up this children being separated from their families at the border thing, now that it's Trump that's in office. It's funny because they didn't talk about it when Obama was in office or anybody else. It's so funny how Democrats lick their finger and stick it up to the wind and see which way the wind was blowing. Because if you look back like 15 or 20 years ago, Democrats were very strong on borders. They were talking about how bad illegal immigration was. Bill Clinton, in his State of the Union address, was against illegal immigration. You know, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all these top Democrats that are fucking crying now because of because Trump's some terrible guy. I mean, literally crying. You know, Chuck Schumer's cried. Rachel Maddow's fucking crying. These are the same people that were anti-illegal immigration that are now pro-illegal immigration. It just shows you, and it goes this way on both sides, that how people will again, lick their finger and stick it up to the wind and see which way the wind is blowing and be on the side of an issue that benefits them the most. So, if people deny people service for their political beliefs, I'm against it, whether there's a Republican or Democrat involved. I think we're in a very dangerous time in society where politics is dividing people apart. People are judging each other based on their political beliefs, and I think that's wrong for anybody to do that whatsoever. Just because I find out somebody votes for Hillary Clinton or is a Democrat or is a liberal or likes Bernie Sanders, I do not think one less. I don't think less of them as a person. I don't think they're a bad person. I just disagree with them on what's best for their country, and I think they're wrong. But I don't I don't attack their personal character. I don't call them names. We could have a friendly conversation and debate. I'm always up for that. But what I am not up for is calling people Nazis and calling people names because, again, you have a disagreement with them. This is very dangerous, you know. And we've seen one example here with Sarah Huckabee Sanders getting denied service. We've seen it throughout the week, though. I mean, I think Kirsten Gillibrand's her name, the DHS secretary, was chanted out of a restaurant. You know, it's just getting ridiculous, and it's stemming a lot from the media, just promoting the idea that like Trump's a Nazi, and even I think his name is Danny Douche on he's an MSNBC guy, was even saying that Trump supporters, every Trump voter is a Nazi. So it's just these media organizations are just ridiculous, and it's getting to a ridiculous point in our country where we can't even, you know, be friends with somebody we disagree with or get along with anybody we disagree with anymore. So there you go. There's my thoughts on that.